We are live in Dublin at Farmley at the Global Irish Economic Forum, and joining me now to talk about the state of the insurance industry, real estate market, and this financial crisis here in Ireland and around the world is the head of Europe's second biggest insurance company, Kip Condron. He's CEO of AXA Equitable, that portion of the AXA family. Thank you so much for joining us, Kip.
Delighted to be here.
Well, you are here. You're going to be advising and contributing to this conversation later today here at this forum in regard to the financial sector here in Ireland and recovery. What do you see yourself bringing to the table here?
Well, I think that the Irish are feeling beleaguered because of all of the events of the downturn in the economy. But there are a lot of opportunities, I think, and all of us are here. Over 150 of us from around the world are here to help think about how to solve some of the problems. And you know, for example, in our business, in the insurance industry, we have a large company here which is called AXA Life Europe, and we actually use AXA Life Europe as our manufacturing company to deliver product all over Euroland. And so, you know, Ireland has always been an easy place to do business. We found Ireland on our own as a great place to be able to permeate all of Euroland with a single product. And I'm not even sure that the government understands that they have this asset. And so that's an example of the kinds of things we're going to talk about over the next couple of days to identify some of the quick wins that we can get in the economy and some of the strategic longer-term investments that are going to need to be made.
The Prime Minister spoke earlier today about the 70 million Irish Americans around the world. Right. A part of that effort to leverage the diaspora is to encourage foreign direct investment here.
Sure.
In your role, when you say you see opportunities, do you believe that's going to follow through in the immediate term?
Yeah, I think what's happened in Ireland has happened in so many places that were very attractive 10, 15 years ago. The wage base has gone much higher, and it's become a little less attractive for some companies to domicile businesses here. But there's been a correction, and actually there's been a deflation in wages, and I think that will attract companies like ours to continue to invest here and to add to our investments here.
Looking outside of Ireland, around the world, so many economies struggling to recover. The U.S. perhaps at the stage of recovery, moving out of the recession, according to Fed Chairman Bernanke. With that in mind, what do you believe sort of the strategy for AXA Equitable be? Because you have so many different arms within your realm. You've got AllianceBernstein, you've got others.
Sure.
Where's the most growth right now?
Well, I think that the one thing that hasn't changed in this whole economy is the demographic headwind that basically is against all the baby boomers, the 77 million baby boomers, even more than the Irish diaspora. They still need to have income during retirement. They're still undersaved for their retirements. And so our businesses, the asset management business at AllianceBernstein and AXA Equitable, the insurance business, life insurance business, we're positioned beautifully to solve the needs of people as they approach retirement. We can provide guaranteed income for them for life. And only in the insurance industry, life insurance industry, are you able to do that. So we think that the marketplace, after this painful correction we've all lived through, is even more attractive because people are less willing to take the risk of a further downturn and less able to, and we can protect their downside, and that's one of the things that we do well.
Do you see opportunities in property insurance, or is that a segment that you would steer clear of?
We're not in that business in the United States. We are in the rest of the world. We're in 50 countries around the world. And the property insurance business is a part of our property and casualty business. It's a great business for us. And we're in almost every country around the world. We're very significant players there. So it's a great business. It's just not a business we're in the U.S.
Within the United States and insurance these days, when people even hear of that industry, they think of AIG because so much taxpayer money has gone to try to stabilize that insurance giant. When you hear all this talk about too big to fail and the outlook for regulatory reform, are you concerned right now?
Oh, very. I think that, you know, we're big advocates for regulatory reform in the U.S. In the U.S., in the insurance industry, we're regulated by 50 states. So if we want to put a new product in the marketplace, we have to go around to all 50 states and get approval. And most products have 20 different versions. It's sort of like getting your your car in Florida and having left-hand drive and buying it in Georgia and having right-hand drive. That's what we deal with. So we'd like a federal regulator for particularly for the life insurance industry, and we think that the climate is really right for that. And I think that, the calculation that we've done is that the consumer is paying somewhere between $5 and $6 billion a year in excess charges because of the state system, which would go away if we could have a federal regulator. So it's something that we've got to focus on. I'm chairing the Financial Services Roundtable, and it's one of our key initiatives at the Roundtable to get regulatory reform the right way. We think that there is regulatory reform that's needed. We're very supportive of it. I think that we'd like the legislators to be thoughtful so that we don't end up getting something that is too difficult for the economy to live with. But I think they're pretty rational people.
Okay. Well, quickly before we head out, when you look at AIG and you hear the CEO say they're going to be selling assets, are you interested in looking what they've got to put up for sale?
We're always looking, and we're always looking for the best opportunities. So I think that we're well known as an acquirer, but a thoughtful one. And so we would always be thoughtful in looking at any assets.
All right. Thank you so much,
You're
Kip
welcome.
Condron of AXA Equitable, the CEO there.